got it, okay?
Thank you very much, Dave. Do you have my number?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, good evening. You, Bill, I didn't mean to ignore you there. A6 Sugar, K6MYC, and who else is in here?
AJ's here also. We were trying to listen to see if Ralph would show up and didn't make it there. But anyway, I was pointed in the other direction when you called. I didn't know how strong I was on the back, but we're so close, it probably didn't make any difference. Both are in power, so. W6AJ, A6S. Go ahead, Mike.
Yep, K6MYC, WA6AJ, 727. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. We've got you. And we had you in here for a little while last night. I turned it over to you after just a couple of minutes, and you were gone, so you must have gotten a phone call or something. Anyway, good evening to you tonight. I'm pointed somewhere. Where am I pointed here? Well, I'm pointed down south, but that's not going to do me any good. So I probably, I think Ron will be in here tonight, so you guys might want to go over and catch Ron in a minute or two in the Tascadero there. He was on he said he was on in the contest, and he heard you for quite a while, Bill, but you never turned over that way, and he never could get to you, over.
He's got my phone number. He should have called me on the phone.
Oh, that's not with it in the cards, I'm sure. He said he listened for about 35 minutes or so and heard us in here. He couldn't hear me, of course, because I'm never readable at his place, but he heard you a lot. But you were always working. You were trying to work in 6RO and some of the other stuff.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, Ken RO there, he's got a real good signal here.
Well, you guys are just down the same valley. As long as it stays in the duct, it'll get to you. Probably he gets signal into LA the same way. I imagine he can work LA if he had somebody on down there with half-decent station.
I haven't heard anybody in LA except Ralph, and since Joe is gone, since I don't know when.
Before the net starts, I'm going to go out and feed the cats. I see them coming down the hill here. I'll be back in a minute.
Roger. Ours have all been fed.
KM6SRR.
KM6SRR. Good evening, A6S.
Good evening, Bill. Let's see. Mike was on there, and the other Mike was on there, and Mike was talking to Dave. Do you know which Dave that was?
No.
VVG.
Oh, VVG. Okay, I got it.
And I hear Whiskey 6 Papa Echo in the background. 60 USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Mike, W6P also?
Yeah, W6P is in there.
Hey, Rob. Hello, Aaron. WA6AJ.
Hello, Mike. Without an E at the end.
How you doing, Mike? I was pausing so Aaron could get to you. His has a delay on his. Yeah, I thought I'd better turn up towards the north, otherwise I'm not hearing you guys very well.
You just see multiple antennas.
Yep, spray them in every direction.
Yagis at all the cardinal directions and in between, and then a big fancy coax switch.
Yep, and wouldn't have to worry about turning anything.
Aaron, you need one of these 500-watt amplifiers feeding each bay all at the same time.
Mike, you got mail.
I need lots of things.
an antenna set up that way, that's what you'd want to do. Yeah, blast out in all directions.
Oh, most definitely.
I tell you, you do mighty good out there in the middle of the valley with those loops or whatever you got up, because you seem to work anybody I can hear.
Yeah, it's was it like Lee over there in like Watsonville area. I'm still shocked that I can work him on 432, but I'll take it.
That's fantastic. You got a signed mobile.
Yeah, I got the stationary mobile.
VBG, I got your message. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do I hear anybody new in here when I was out feeding the cats? K6MYC.
USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
779 1100. Got you. Good evening, Aaron.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Aaron. K6VBG.
Hi, Dave. Rob, is your amplifier turned on?
Now it is.
There you go.
I'll head over towards the Tascadero A6S.
Okay, thank you, Bill. I'm listening in that direction, so maybe if I hear something, I'll yell.
Roger.
Yeah, there you go. You're moving it. I was just about to say you're 185. You were pointed at Santa Barbara.
I'll drop down, I know.
Sounds like QUI is there.
QUI, you mean?
Yeah, QUI is in there at Tascadero. Check them in.
Got him checked in.
AC5 DTU 712 is here.
I don't know, Kerry. Hang on a second. Bill is working at Tascadero. When they finish, we'll get you in here. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Kerry, I think you could go ahead if you can copy me through Bill there. I can't hear Bill or anybody in at Tascadero, so make a few comments if you care. I didn't catch any news today. We turned it on early in the day, and then we got phone calls and never got any news of any note. Can't speak to anything that was going on. Anyway, good evening, KC5D2U. I'm still trying to get a hold of, well, I guess we got a lot of red light therapy information from Dr. Schroeder, and then I called my eye doctor, Dr. Remington, today, and talked to his assistant for quite a while, and I've got an appointment coming up on August 15, so we'll see what happens there. But quite a bit of different information coming in that may or may not have any relevance. KC5D2U, K6MYC.
Roger, roger. Well, good evening to you, Michael, and Judy, if she's there. Lots of information. I had doctor's appointments with Laura today, so I've been out of the loop, and we'll be catching up this evening, and if I hear anything, I'll give you a shot.
Yeah, okay, good. We didn't get a chance to look at any blogs today. We were on the phone trying to make the phone work. We had nothing but phone issues and no connection to anybody until well afternoon. We lost about 3 hours of fighting with the phones today, so trying to find numbers. We called information 3 or 4 times, and the operators that came back for us on information were so foreign we couldn't understand them. Judy couldn't understand what they were saying, nor could I, so that was a waste of time. I guess that's a good way of getting rid of the information service.
Well, everybody's outsourcing to the lowest bidder, and boy, I tell you, some of them present quite a challenge, so I understand your pain.
Well, boy, I'll say. However, I do have an appointment on the Friday, August 15, so I'll be in town that morning at 9:45, so we could probably get together for something at noon if it works out. Over.
Roger, roger. Well, I think today was the only day, and I'll look at the calendar when I go in, but I'm pretty sure we should be able to work something out.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to try and get an appointment to get into the hearing aid place, too, so it may have to fit in around that. Nothing too major in the hearing aid place, but need a little adjustment and perhaps try something new. They're trying to get me to buy another pair of different kind of hearing aids. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll keep you up to date. KC5D2U, K6MYC, looking anywhere in the San Joaquin Valley for check-ins. Over. Bill, AA6S, are you done with Ron over there? Are they still talking, Aaron?
I don't hear anything.
Okay. Well, I've got Ron checked in, so I think I'll just head on up to Santa Cruz.
Roger, roger.
Any word on Rob tonight?
He was here.
He was here earlier?
I told him to turn his amplifier on, and then he took a transmission, and I don't know, maybe he's off feeding the cats or feeding himself. You in there, Rob? He's probably running up the stairs. K6USY.
Okay, well, I'm pointed over towards Santa Cruz, so let me call KW6 Sugar, KW6S, K6MYC. Are you around tonight, Tom?
775.
775. I hear you pointed wrong, but I'll take you. Good signal. Let me peek on you there, Mike. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775 K6 MYC. Go ahead, Mike.
K6 MYC, KB6. Mike.
That's interesting. I pointed up toward you and I can't find you. Can't hear you pointed at you directly, so I'm back towards Santa Cruz. Anyway, good evening, Mike. And we'll try again in a minute when we get free from Santa Cruz and come back into the Bay Area direct. I went all the way up to 300 degrees and heard nothing from you. But maybe you made such a short transmission that I couldn't, that I didn't get there in time. Anyway, we'll try again in a couple minutes if you can hang around. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775 checked in, K6 MYC.
KW6S 610.
Okay, KW6S 610. Make a transmission. I'll see if I can peek on you there, Tom. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you're doing a lot better than you were. You moved the antenna there, and I didn't have you. And but I've tweaked about where it normally is the best for this heading. Anyway, K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, this should be pretty close. Signals are moved again tonight. I'm below 270 for you. I'm usually above 270 a little bit. But this seems to be where you're peaking tonight. Anyway, good evening. And thanks for being in there. We've got Bill. AA6S is in here. Hopefully he's turned the antenna back up this way. And we also have WA6AAJ, Mike and Clovis, and they can both hear you. So why don't you take it and turn it down to anybody in the San Joaquin Valley that can hear you. KW6S, K6MYC, over.
Okay, yeah, I'll try this heading first. This is the one that I usually get, WA6AAJ, WA6AAJ, KW6S.
AAJ or AA6S, are you here? I don't know where they are. Maybe they went down the band to try and work Ralph.
KM6SRR.
Yeah, good evening again, Rob. We got you in here.
Okay, yeah, I heard you. I was down feeding the cats, and I'd just gone down, and they were meowing, so I figured I better feed them. Anyway, I hear Bill still talking to Ron over there.
Oh, he's still talking to Ron?
Yeah, in the background, I hear him still talking.
Okay, well, I got Tom in Santa Cruz. Why don't you spin up toward Tom, and maybe you could make it with Tom tonight.
I think I'm pointing his way, and I'm not hearing anything.
Tom in here tonight, Mikey, AA6S.
AA6S, K6MYC. Give Tom in Santa Cruz a call, and he'll. I got 1055. I got Ron checked in. Thank you. But give Tom a call, Bill. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Roger.
AA6S, KW6S. Boy, good signal.
Man, you're really loud, Tom. I got situated here now. KW6S, AA6S. Good propagation this evening. You're coming in really good. Smoking in. Hope everything's doing good here. The weather's been changing a little bit here, so maybe we got an inversion or something. I don't know. It's cooled down, so I don't know what that does. KW6S, A6S. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, very good. Actually, I haven't been doing it the last couple of days, but I usually monitor for Chopo to Hawaii. Mediterranean here, and hopefully I'll get that one tomorrow. Back to working on ham stuff. AA6F, KW6F.
Yeah, Roger, Tom. Very rapid flutter, and the signal is way high on the peaks there. Probably hear the same thing. Flutter or something, but really strong and doing a good job. Roger on the sprinklers. That's Willer's work there, Tom. Anyway, I know what you mean. And I don't know if Lee's in there tonight, but if he is, let's see if we can work him. KW6S, AA6F. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, very good, Bill. No, Lee's, last I checked, which was just a few nights ago, did not have anything on 1296 or on 222. So he's interested in the band, but I think he's got quite a few projects as higher priority in front of him. So we'll get him on here eventually. KW6S.
Yeah, Roger, Tom. Well, we'll get out of here and turn it back over to Mikey there. KW6S, AA6S over to K6MYC. Go ahead, Mikey.
Okay, well, it really should go over to the other mic, AA6J, WA6AAJ. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I just got back. I've been trying to work Ralph. I don't think he's turned down this way yet.
Oh yeah, Tom's turned at us. Did you work, Ralph?
Trying to work Ralph.
Did you work, Ralph?
No, I can hear him in there, but I don't think he's turned up this way yet.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'll say hello to Tom if you're pointed towards Santa Cruz, and then you can go back to Ralph. Over.
All right. Well, let me. I'll just go back to 090, Mikey.
Okay. We'll skip Tom tonight then. Thanks, and I'll stand by for your call when you work, Ralph. Okay, so Tom, he's going to go back and continue to try and work Ralph. He hasn't heard Ralph turn up this way yet. So there you are. I won't keep you. I think that's the only people that are here that are copying you or could copy you at this point, Tom. So we'll see you tomorrow, obviously, on 2 meters. KW6 Sugar in the group, K6MYC.
Very good. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow night. As far as I know, I don't have anything on my calendar, so we will. I'll make sure I'm here, and we'll give a little rouse ahead of time on an email to encourage Lee to get on as well. Check with you tomorrow night. K6NYC, KW6S.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Tom. And I guess you were working on sprinklers today. I didn't get all of it. You're kind of warbly when you get down toward Bill there, and I wasn't getting 100% copy. Anyway, 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow. KW6 Sugar. I pulled weeds today. I didn't pull any weeds yesterday. I set a world record. I pulled not one weed. Did I pull yesterday? I pulled 0 weeds yesterday. New world record. But I pulled a bunch of them today, made up for it. 7-3, KW6S, K6MYC, sliding on up into the Bay Area. Here we go. Bay Area. Bozo Net, kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. K6MYC calling for the Bay Area Bozo Net. Check-ins, please. Check-ins for the Bay Area, K6MYC, Bozo Net, 1296. KD6SOK, I hear you. I heard somebody else also in there, but I went by them. They went by me so fast I didn't get the call. Good evening to you, Fred. I haven't got a good peek on you yet, but we'll get it in a second there. Hope you're okay and doing well. I got you in here as 507. KD6SOK Cupertino, 507, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, yeah, 507, that's great. And OG, yeah. Nice, I'll right now, it's kind of pleasant. I'll give you a little bit of chatter so you can peek on me. Actually, you look pretty good. Sometimes, fans go up and down a little bit, but you're
like an S7 on the last transmission, so that was pretty good. Anyway, like I said, it's supposed to heat up tomorrow. At least we don't live in Phoenix, so it was 119 degrees today. Can you imagine living in 119-degree heat? Thank goodness their nuclear power plant doesn't show like it's going to fail. Anyway, back to you, Mike. 86, that's okay.
I missed the last comment. You've got some multipath that's causing distortion, and I didn't get what you finished worked on today, Fred. Say it again slowly, over.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a good thing we don't live in Phoenix. It's like 119 degrees today in Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't there. I don't think it got to 95 here. They said we were going to hit 95, and I don't think we ever got there. It did not feel like 95 to me, but I don't know anymore. I just worked through it. Anyway, thanks much, and thank God we both were not in Phoenix today. KD6SOK, K6MYC for your final, Fred, over.
Yeah, I can't believe that's amazing. That's just too much heat for me. Anyway, good to hear you, Mike, and I'll let you go. Have a great evening. Come through that KD6SOK.
Okay, thank you, Fred. KD6SOK, K6MYC, looking for WB6JNN and others, over.
WA6AXX, no traffic.
Okay, good evening, Ed. Good signal down this way. And we're continuing to plod along with the glaucoma surge. I made a call and got quite a bit of information exchange with my local eye doctor, and I told him I had an appointment with the Byers Eye Institute, and they said, oh, I'm glad we can help you with getting organized with them. And I said, I don't need any help. We managed to do it all on our own. So, but they were aware of that facility, and they've sent a few of their patients up there for whatever reason. I don't know. He didn't go into it, but they have helped a couple of people get started with the Byers, and he did indicate that they're pretty highly regarded with the latest and greatest information. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for your help earlier there. We haven't done any more searching. We did read some papers related to red light therapy at 620 nanometers. That's supposed to help help your retina loss. But I don't think, from what they told me today from my current doctor, he said most of the eye damage or eye vision loss is not due to anything but the optic nerve. The optic nerve is not getting all the signal from the retina, and consequently it's not getting it to the brain. So the optic nerve seems to be playing a bigger picture, but he never mentioned that to me. They only talk about your retina when you're in there, so maybe that's the only, but I don't know. That's the part of it. I don't understand the mechanism of glaucoma and what actually is failing. Either one or both, as I get it, but the people I talked to today seemed to indicate that it was much more prevalent to have damage to the optic nerve, an optic nerve failure that was causing vision loss rather than retina. So I keep getting answers to questions that are different from the last ones. Anyway, kind of interesting search, Ed. Thanks for getting us started on it. WA6AXX, K6MIC.
Yeah, okay. Well, I learned a lot. I have high intraocular pressure, so just kind of curious, and I learned a lot. But yeah, from what I read, glaucoma is caused by damage to the optic nerve, and one or two causes. One is high pressure that puts high intraocular pressure that puts pressure on the optic nerve, physically damaging it, and or insufficient blood flow bringing oxygen to the optic nerve, which starves it of oxygen, which makes cells die. So there are two possible mechanisms. And then, let's see. Yeah, so you want to get all of your records from your current ophthalmologist get them all together and take them or send them to buyers. So you do need help from your ophthalmologist in gathering all your history and test results and pressure over time and everything he's got. So you want to get all his records. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have an appointment on September 25 with my local Dr. Remington. However, I made another appointment for August 15. So in just about a week, I'll be able to see him. And at that point in time, I'll make arrangements. They're aware of Buyers Institute, and I know that they can easily send all the information on my records up to buyers. They said they had not taken a visual test on me, what I call a sparkle test, where you put your head in the chamber and then they sparkle lights at you. They have not done one on me, so they don't know what my damage is in terms of visual plotting since 2019, and I thought that was kind of remiss. I would think they would have done it more often, but they seem to think once you start to see damage, there's not much more point in doing those tests, and I don't know what the reasoning is on that. Anyway, we had quite a discussion, and I was a little disappointed at some of the terms that we're finding in your texts and the other texts that we're reading, CCO and RMS or RPS, things like that. I couldn't figure out what they're talking about, and he didn't know either, but he looked them up. So I was a little disappointed that they didn't know what those acronyms meant. They did know what IOC was, interocular IOP, I should say, interocular pressure. They did know that term, but I knew that one myself. So anyway, I've lost a little confidence in my own people here, thinking I'm not getting the top-notch treatment that I expect, and I'm not staying on the cutting edge of technology, or they're not, one or the other. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. I laid all that out to the guy I talked to today, which is Remington's assistant, and I said I certainly want to go over all this when we see Remington, so there we are. We'll see what happens. And again, thanks for poking me with a pointy stick, Ed, over.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, so I get that field of vision, the sparkle test. I think of it like a video game. Yeah, I get that like once a year. So he keeps really close track. It hasn't changed, but I suspect if he starts to notice some change at some point, we'll get aggressive with drops or something to address it. So, yeah, once you clearly have glaucoma, I don't know if there's value in that or not. So, no, I don't know. I've got a great ophthalmologist. That's all I know. Anyway, very good. Well, you got to be an advocate. So advocate for your health care. You have to be pushy sometimes. So talk to you later. K6MYCWA6AXX.
Okay, one thing I found out from my cousin, she's 74 and 13 years younger than me, 75 I guess, and about 10 years ago she had an operation on both eyes that did something, and I don't know exactly what. I didn't get into it. We got off on other subjects, but it dropped her eye pressure to a 5. A 5 is what her eyes want. They determined that they wanted to be at a pressure of 5, and it's dropped it. But she doesn't take drops. She doesn't need drops or anything to maintain that pressure. So I don't know what they did, but whatever the operation is, I wonder why I never had the option to have that done so that I wouldn't have to keep taking drops. Anyway, those are the questions. I'm a little disappointed, or at least a little worried that I'm not getting the latest and the greatest treatment. She has no field of vision limit yet. She hasn't gotten to that point, but it didn't occur in my eyes until I was almost at her age, where I started to have blind spots and stuff. But why they don't take the interocular pressure, I mean the sparkle test, why they don't take the sparkle test after you have the beginnings of vision loss is beyond me, but I'll find that answer tomorrow or on the 15th when I go in. Maybe it's pointless at that point. 7-3, Ed. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow, perhaps on 2 meters. WA6AXX, K6MYC, looking for other check-ins to the 1296 Bozo Net in the Bay Area, please. Over.
WB. Check Ralph in, Mikey. Check Ralph in.
Roger.
Success.
Roger. Ralph checked in, and good evening, Jim, WB6JNN. Go ahead.
Okay. I didn't know whether you hear me or not. You're not in the usual direction. Okay. Good evening, and let's see, it's a pretty nice night tonight. Might have a clear sky, so I'm going to see if I can do some astronomy this evening. And just got back from the walk about, 15 minutes ago. And said, I think there's a net I should be joining, but I guess you got into an extended conversation, so I'm not late. Or shall I say, you're not early. P6J.
I'm not early, and you're not late. We made it perfectly. Okay on flying today. Okay on having clear skies. Yeah, we've got clear skies down here lately. We've been at 25 plus miles of vision distance. Been very clear here for about a week. Good luck with that. Hopefully you spot some new planet. There is something racing toward us. I just heard a little bit about it, but it's quite a large object. I don't know exactly what it is, and I didn't get any more detail on it. I either fell asleep or they didn't have any more detail on the little news burst that I got. But there's something out there. They didn't call it an asteroid. They didn't call it. They said it was an object. So hey, maybe you know about that. WB6JNN for your final K6MYC.
MYC, WB6JNN. Well, there's a candidate for Planet 9 of our solar system. It's out beyond the Pluto somewhere. But they're arguing about that, of course. And I don't know, there's one object that has come through here once or twice now that they're wondering about, that seems to have a mind of its own, so to speak. But I don't know if that's just internet crap. Not that there's any crap on the internet, but or if that's actual scientific considerations there. And I don't think it's big enough for me to see with my stuff. I do deep space stuff that takes a lot of pictures to get anything at all. So it's not the same as the high altitude, clear skies kind of things like they have in Chile and places like that. And some of what's going on is also in the southern hemisphere. So don't see it up here. WB6J.
Okay, well, obviously, whatever this object is, you won't be able to see it, as you said it. I think you said something in the fact that it sounded like it was out beyond Pluto. You can't even see Pluto, but I think you're set up there. So that's a small one way out there, almost a non-issue. 7-3, Jim, and we'll look forward to talking to you tomorrow night. Maybe get a read on what you saw in the skies tonight. 7-3, WB6JNN, K6MYC. Does anybody have any word on Jim? I'm making the assumption that he's already gone to the Azores, and that's why Jim, W6PQL, is not checking in. Did he say anything to you about leaving to the Azores, Jim? Over?
No, I'm W6PQL.
Oh, there you are. Okay, well, we've been missing you the last couple of days, and I was concerned that you were either sick or you were in the Azores, but I guess you're there. So good. We'll go ahead and pick it up, Jim, W6PQL, K6MYC, and I'll move on to you. Over.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you're pretty weak. You're just marginal copy right now, but I imagine once you get the antenna just a little bit further north, things will be better. You can put in number 52. Number 52 was present tonight. I've been busy. That's where I've been. Just things to do, and I haven't had the time for radio. So first time on in a few, I guess. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay, you've been busy doing something, and you're going up and down. You got real strong, and then you got real weak. It's like my antenna's moving back and forth, but I don't have any wind here. So the band is up and down, and Jim was doing the same thing. I was getting him really loud for 5 or 6 words, and then they would go down, I'd miss a couple of words, and they'd go real loud for a couple of words. And it's so wild in amplitude change that the AGC is not keeping up with it. It's going all the way from S5 or S6, which is really loud, down into the noise, where the AGC can't hold it up anymore. And you were doing the same thing. I got on you, and it was really loud, and all of a sudden it went way down. Anyway, when is your expected move or leave, departure date is a better way to say it, for the Azores, Jim? Over.
Oh, we aren't going, Mike. We're not going this year. The wife has been ill, and until she finishes the treatments that she's taking, we probably won't be going back over there. So it's scratched for this year, and we'll be headed out there next year probably. By the way, 52 was in there tonight, so we had a very brief conversation on CW, and when we switched over to sideband, the band tanked on us. So same thing you're experiencing over there. It's just up and down like crazy. Over.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to pry, and you don't have to tell me, but we missed you yesterday, and we missed you the day before. Over.
Yeah, I was telling you before that the band cooperated with us, or wasn't cooperating with us when I was telling you this. But I just been busy, just lots to do, family matters, and I've been deluged with work here. So first chance I've had to get on in about 3 days. Over.
Oh, okay, no problem. It's better to be busy. We're very busy over here too, business-wise, and very, very busy. Matt's and the plants are balls to the wall. One of the guys in our place put in 48 hours of overtime a week and a half ago. Over.
Well, that's a bunch. Did he wake up yet?
He's still sleeping, I think. Anyway, we got some big projects that have to be finished and have deadlines. And, you can push the deadlines a little bit. Mostly the limitations is not manpower, but parts arrival or material arrival. But we're keeping up, and of course it's making huge cash flow. Matt's trying to figure out what we're going to do with all the money. Over.
Oh boy, you could have bigger problems than that, Mike. That's a good problem to have.
Well, it is, except we don't want to give the government $500,000. Over.
Yep. I don't blame you for that. Well, if you were a bigger enough company, you'd find some way to keep most of that.
Oh, we'll have it. We know how to do it. It's just you have a limited amount of time. If you're buying machinery, everything that we have now has been replaced. We bought all new machines. We kept some of the old ones and sold off some of the old ones. And we bought a new truck for the plant. That was what Matt was using on his vacation. And we are looking at another piece of property, hopefully in the same area that we're in. We'd like to move the engineering department perhaps away from the manufacturing buildings a little bit. They could all be next door, but we want to give our manufacturing more area and get the engineering department more isolated for any number of reasons. So that's another place where we could make ourselves okay with that. Anyway, like you say, it's a good problem to have, Jim. We're not complaining. W6PQL 73. See you tomorrow. K6MYC.
All right, 73 is Mike. W6PQL.
Okay. Anybody else? I did hear Mike in here. I'm pointed more up toward Mike now. Mike, are you still here? KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Any better now?
K6MIC, K6MIC, KB6WFC. How copy now?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit stronger, but you were Q5 before, but even stronger now. So your 1296 system seems to be really working well. Have you done anything to it, or is this just propagation? Have you done anything to improve your 1296 station, or are we just dealing with good propagation? Over.
I think it's just propagation. I haven't done a thing to the system. Maybe I'm pointed better at you. I have no idea. But thank you. Good evening. KB6WFC.
Okay, well, it's interesting. We've got the same QSB on you as we have on Jim, and your peaks are almost going as high as Jim tonight. So you're bodaciously loud on very short 3-second peaks. You're probably seeing the same thing on me. Anyway, very good evening to you, Mike, and I wish we would have had these conditions last Saturday. We worked you, but God, it was a struggle. 7-3, my friend. We'll see you tomorrow. KB6WFC, K6MYC.
Roger.
That sounds like 2 meters here. You're almost as strong as you are on 2. 7-3. Anybody else in the Bay Area, please? K6MYC, Bozo Net, 1296.
Kilo 6, Whiskey India Sierra.
K6WIS, good evening, Paul. Not strong, but very Q5, and you do not have the flutter and the fading like the other guys. So, good evening to you. Do you have anybody else to check in? And we'll probably look for you on the direct path. Lately, the direct path has been very, very good. 2 to 3 S units better than the bounce path, but we always have the bounce path here as a backup. Hi. K6 Whiskey India Sugar near Placerville, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC from K6WIS. Your signal is fading a bit. It was 552, but now it's dropping to 551 almost. I don't know if you can still copy it. And how copy over?
I missed if you had any other check-ins. Just give me a quick break. Do you have any other check-ins tonight? Over.
Negative. Over.
Okay, no other check-ins tonight. All right, well, good. If you can, stick around for a few minutes, and I'll be around in your way in just 3 or 4 minutes, Paul. And we'll catch you on the direct path. I have a feeling it could be a lot better. You're going up and down now, and I missed some of that. Just as I said it was stable, it wasn't. 7-3 for now, and we'll catch you in a couple of minutes. K6WIS, K6MYC. Anybody else here? Nothing heard. I'm going over to N6RO. Here we go. Here we are toward N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO Oakley, K6MYC. Are you there, Ken?
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. Not very loud tonight. I lost QSB. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, terrible QSB. Just quickly, though, we had Brussels sprouts and salmon. Was that salmon or trout? Salmon that we had tonight. Yeah, it was wonderful. And very nice, luscious, cold melon, a greenish melon, but very sweet and very delicious as a palate refresher. Hi. Brussels sprouts and salmon and the melon. Judy just walked in, so she's here. She says hi, Ken. N6RO, K6MYC. Ken, I don't know how, but it got way down to 290. So I'm back on you, I believe. N6RO, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO. Band is not very good. You're up and down. But how do you copy me now? Over.
Yeah, I'll copy you now. I don't know. I must have pushed the wrong button, thinking I was going more toward 300 or beyond 300 where I should be. And I must have pushed the button going the other way because I looked over and you were gone and I was at 290. So we got it now. So it was up and down because I'm moving the antenna a lot. Ken, over.
Yeah, okay.
we're good now. Her is the Bozo 835, Charlie Mike 97. Dinner was barramundi. I've only got one slice left, and you can't buy it anymore in the States. Barramundi and green beans, and high temperature 89, and the eye is continuing to heal. And I'm going to see the surgeon tomorrow to see what she thinks about it. Anyway, that's all I got in 6RO.
Yeah, I missed your entree. I missed what you had for an entree. I just didn't hear it. Over.
Yeah, barramundi. Barramundi, that's South Pacific fish.
Oh, okay. It sounded like the day of the week. That's why I didn't know. I heard it, but I didn't believe what I was hearing. Okay, good. And okay, I meant to comment last night on your eye being more, still being itchy and quite being, not irritated, but itchy, causing irritation, if you will, uncomfortableness. Hopefully, it'll be better. It seems like it's improving slowly, but gee, it doesn't seem like it should be as it is. So maybe you're meeting with a surgeon tomorrow. Maybe she could give you some salve or something. There should be some salve. I got some stuff that, boy, it just takes the itch right out. It's probably got some cannabis in it, but it sure works. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll check it. The itching is getting slowly diminishing, but it's still sort of annoying. And I guess, it was a skin graft. It wasn't a normal stitching situation. It was a skin graft. And I believe it takes a lot longer to heal up compared to other surgeries. I heard the word about your condition, about nerve, but that's all I heard was the term.
Okay. Well, good luck, and we'll talk to you tomorrow and get a feedback on the whole thing tomorrow. Hopefully it's gradually improving. Everybody seems to have something going on right now, either the operator here, the Bozo member himself, or the XYL has had something. Everybody's got something going on here. Very, very bunch of, well, we're just getting old, and a lot of things going bad, going wrong. Anyway, 7-3, Ken. We'll see you tomorrow. N6RO. Okay, and by the way, Bill and Visalia Alpha 6 Sugar said you had a very nice signal on 1296 down there on the weekend. Over.
Oh yeah, and when he points this way, he's very loud too.
I missed the question. I missed the question. Bill's running about 600 watts, same as you are, and 4 of our 23 CM22s. Over. Did you lose me?
I'm not sure who you're talking to.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. Well, the QSD is so bad that you never know. Anyway, I'll see you for more comfortable chatter tomorrow night on 2 meters. N6RO.
Yeah, okay. We'll catch you tomorrow night. Yeah, it's just all over the place. I don't know whether the path is moving or what, but the signals are certainly going up and down. 7-3, Ken. N6RO, Oakley, K6MYC going up to Sacramento.
99.
Okay. Let's see here. Who do we have in this direction? We're looking for KR6MR. KR6MR, KR6MR, K6MYC, calling and listening. Over. KR6MR, I'm moving the antenna gently more to the north. KR6MR, trying to find the peak. KR6MR, K6MYC, over. KR6MR, 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 K6MYC, calling and listening. Are you there, John? K6WIS on the direct path, Paul. Maybe I can tune you in first, and then I can find Paul in there. Find John in there. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6WIS, K6MYC. Over. K6WIS, K6MYC. Over. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6MYC. Over. KR6MR, 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 K6MYC, calling and listening. Over, John. No, maybe John didn't make it today. KR6MR, KR6MR. Be good to have you in here, Paul, if you can hear me. KR6MR or K6WIS, K6MYC. Over.
W6PE is here.
Who is?
Whiskey 6 Papa Echo.
Okay, hang on a second, Mike. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Had the switch in the wrong position. Couldn't see any power output. 620. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, Mike. Yeah, good to hear you on there. Yeah, I heard, I think it was AA6S on there earlier, and of course he was booming in up this way. So, yeah, I decided to hang around here and see when you headed up this way. So, but yeah, you certainly got a good strong signal, of course. But but it's good to hear some of the other folks in there too.
Yeah, well, I'm not pointed quite due north yet, so I'm not on you. I'm trying to get John or Paul, both of which are in sort of the Sacramento or East Sacramento direction, Meadow Vista and Placerville. Let me try again. KR6MR or K6WIS, K6MYC, calling and listening. Are you guys there? Let me go way down and start at 320 bracket. Is that 320 something?
323.
Okay, let's try down here and I'll work up from here. KR6MR, K6WIS. Any copy?
6MR calling.
Oh, I hear you now. Boy, oh boy, I'm way off from normal. KR6MR 759, K6MYC. Over. We hear you. It's very, very up and down, heavy QSB. Just have to do a lot of repeats with lots of QSB, heavy QSB. KR6MR, we have your 759, K6MYC. Over. We got it. We got your 759. Boy, it's not conversational tonight, and it isn't with anybody, so don't feel bad. A difficult copy on everybody because of this rolling QSB. It's really fast. 2 or 3 second or even 1 second QSB, up and down. So we won't keep you, John, but thanks very much for climbing the stairs and getting on here. Nice to have you in here. Good contact count. Good Q count tonight on 1296. Thank you. KR6MR, K6MYC for your final, John, over. 73, I got that 100%. 73, see you tomorrow on 2 meters. Same to you. 73, see you tomorrow on 2 meters. Boy, oh boy, it couldn't be much tougher. It's contactable, but that's about all you can say. 73, John. Take care. Have a good evening there. KR6MR, K6MYC, clear and listening one more time for K6 Whiskey, India, Sugar, over. Okay, I hear you, but boy, the path here is terrible. About the same strength as John, K6WIS, we have you. Thank you, Paul, thank you, but it's worse here than it was on the bounce path. K6WIS, K6MYC, standing by, over. K6WIS, K6MYC. I heard you the whole time, and I didn't get much out of it at all. It's just right on the edge, and you would get one strong word and then 4 down, 1 up and 4 down, 1 up and 4 down words. 73, Paul. Catch you tomorrow. Thanks for the test. K6WIS near Placerville, K6MYC. 73, Paul.
73, K6WIS is clear.
73. Okay, I'm going to go to Nevada. Daniel did say he would be here.
34835.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, somewhere in here Daniel will pop up. We forgot to bring the clock out. Well, we got to get a new one, don't we? Anyway, KE7UQL, KE7 Uniform Quebec London, or in.
Almost 8:30.
Yeah, KE7UQL, KE7UQL, K6MYC calling and listening, over. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7, Uniform Quebec London, K6MYC calling and listening, over. Kilo Echo 6 Uniform, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform Quebec London, KE7UQL, K6MYC, over. KE7UQL, KE7UQL, K6MYC, over. KE7UQL, KE7UQL, K6MYC, over. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform Quebec London, K6MYC, over. KE7UQL, KE7 Uniform, Quebec, London, Carson City area, kilowatt 6, Mike Yankee Charlie, K6MYC, over, over. QSL, got your 272. Thanks for the short contact here. Looks like the QSB is very unstable tonight. Got you all okay, Daniel. Thanks for being there. Thank you very much for being there. KE7UQL near Carson City, K6MYC, over.
Roger, Roger, thank you. I have you pretty good now. 6 minutes on the phone.
Okay, let's see if Rob is hearing anything. Rob, you got anything on him? KM6SRR, K6MYC. Rob? Oh, Rob may have another net or something. Okay, 73, Daniel. 73s. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow on 2 meters. Pretty good peak at one point there on your signal there. Pretty good peak. You're doing pretty well, pretty consistent on 1296 here. 7373. KE7UQL, K6MYC, clear. Bye-bye. 7-3, solid copy on that one. Solid copy on that one. You never know. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you for being there, my friend. KE7UQL, K6MYC, clear. We're done.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Okay, I don't know where Rob is. Aaron, are you in here or are you remoting? Let me get back over to Mike. We stopped Mike there because I was trying to get the other guys. W6 Papa Echo, W6PE. Are you still there, Mike?
Yep, Mike. It's W6PE. I'm still here. Yeah. I couldn't hear any of the other guys in Nevada. Be nice if I could. Nice to know I could work them, but actually I'm working you with my beam aiming due north. There's a mountain off there that my signals bounce off really well and head down the valley. So I guess if they're heading down that way, they're probably not going to make it to Nevada over the mountains.
Yeah, that must be the one that stops you. All that dirt's just stopping you and pushing the signal back down the valley. You could probably work into Los Angeles once you get some power from there. Okay. Anyway, I didn't mean to leave you hanging there, but I wanted to see if we could squeeze through the other guys, and we did get KR6MR finally. He's only running 20 watts or 18 watts. He's got some problem with the amplifier, so it's not making the 60 or 70 watts that it's supposed to make. But it's at least readable at times. And Paul's signal is blocked when he's in Placerville. He's got some dirt in the way, and it doesn't affect him some days, and other days it kills him like it did today. But it's usually pretty good on 2 meters and the other bands, but on 1296, dirt's a killer. Over.
Yeah, that's for sure. I've got a lot of it around me here. Be nice if I had some kind of a disintegration ray. I could just kind of make me a hole through some of the mountains and have a pathway there.
Well, you might find if you were up at 70 feet with on a tower, it would make a huge difference. You might get totally different knife edge in and around those hills and mountains. But I don't know if that's in your plans or not. How permanent is the location you're in there? Do you own it?
Yeah, I own it. I do have a 48-foot self-standing tower that's been sitting around. I just need to find a place to set it up and get the hole dug and the concrete poured. I think 48 feet isn't 70, but it would certainly make a difference.
Yeah, Well, you could put the important antennas right at the top of a mast. You could go out 15 feet with 5 foot of mast in the tower, and out 15 feet, and you'd be at 60 feet. That would be quite respectable. Over.
Yeah, that would probably work a lot better. And I'd be using a different rotator as well. The one I'm using now is the TV one, and it moves pretty slowly.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Rob, are you back? KR6MR? I mean, KM6SRR?
Yeah, Mike, I was out taking a picture of a fire that's just kind of southeast of us. Over.
Oh, can you see it from where you are?
Yeah, I went down to fix some dinner, and I looked out the big window, and I saw a bunch of sparkling lights, so went up on the deck, the widow's walk, and took a couple pictures.
Must be down there 145 and 41?
No, it looks like it's over on, I think that's 211 over that way, I think. It's on the other side of 41.
Oh, okay. This 211 is the one that's just below us here by 2.5 miles.
Yeah, it goes up to, sort of up to O'Neill's, Spring Valley School.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't know of any other roads between there and 41.
Yeah, there isn't. That one parallels 41. It winds around, but it pretty much goes in a straight direction north up to O'Neill's from here. As soon as you get, it makes the turn as you come off of 41 on 145 going east, and you pass the cement plant, and you make the big swooping turn to the north, and it pretty much stays north the whole way. But that's 211 at that point, and it goes all the way to O'Neill's. So that's a little close for comfort. So we'll see if we can get some information on that when we go back in the house here. Anyway, Judy, you want to make a count and see what we have here? Got a good number, 21. Pretty good call tonight.
And they weren't doing too much, so maybe they got it under control.
Yeah, well, they got the lake right there, so they should be able to keep it pretty well contained with the lake water. I don't hear any helicopters.
I think it's quite a ways north from you.
Oh, north of me?
Yeah, north of you, because I'm a little bit north, and it's kind of east of me.
Oh, okay, yes, that would make it north of me. So, but that's still within a flying range of a couple of minutes from the lake, and you've got the lake on your side. They've got Chuck Chansey Lakes, and they've got Millerton to draw from. So, plenty of places to pull water if they can, and then depending on whether it's hillside or what, they could drop the red stuff. But we haven't heard any noise, no bombers going over us here. So we got 21. What do you got?
Counting real quick, looks like I got 20, but I could have missed some while I was out doing looking at the fire there. The helicopter that went over there kind of came over me heading over towards Madera, so I guess maybe he was done.
Okay. Give me a Bozo number that was probably the last one you got before you went and looked at the fire. I think we've got... let's see, who did we get in here? We got KR6MR 759. That was a struggle. And the last one before that was N6RO 835.
Yeah, I got both of those. Did you get anybody after John?
After John, we got 272 KE7UQL in Nevada.
Okay, I heard you calling for him, but I didn't know if you got him. Okay, that's probably where I'm off.
Okay, good enough. We're good then. And thanks much for being there. Let's see, I don't think there's anything else to comment on. If anything pops up unusual on the fire thing, or if it looks weird, if it looks like it's heading away from you going south, let us know. So, yeah, Judy's going to go look on the computer and see what we can. Well, you told me something the other day. Was it Firewatch, or there's something that, N6BYH told us what to look at, what site?
I know there's like a fire.ca.gov that has all the incidents that the CDF handles.
Yeah, okay. Aaron, do you have any gut feel on that one? Okay, somebody mentioned it the other day to me. And
Cal Fire.
Cal Fire, that's one, yeah. But this was a different one. It was an unusual one with not the word fire in the title. It was something watch, I think. But anyway, all right. Thanks, Rob. Good evening. And if Aaron's listening in the background, 73 is to you, Aaron. We'll see you all tomorrow night on 2 meters K6MYC, closing the 1296 Bozo Net in Northern California. K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, off and clear.
Okay, Mike. I was giving Aaron a chance to get in there. I didn't hear him. K6MYC, KM6SR, 73 to you and Judy.
And good night to you, Mike, if you're still listening up there, W6 Pump Echo 73.